But you ain't that guy like that.
EA Sports.
You making your adjustments. You making your adjustments.
I can shoot better now. I changed my jump shot. It's Aaron Fox, Oscar Robinson, and I go like, boom. Y'all about to play normal?
He put a big hit on him, and he lets it fall out of his hand.
Huh? Man, you don't play good in Philadelphia.
They messed up. This is wrong. They did that dirty. Oh, wait,
It's over there in the heat.
Huh?
It's over there in the heat.
I mean, like, this was like,
You always want to come to Philadelphia. You got something to prove. And don't and end up proving nothing. End up proving nothing. Okay, Jack. You about to get loud and stuff. Sister came up there, kept turning the fucking light on.
The home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Fuck, I'm receiving and I'm at home.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. He's at the 30. 10. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can.
Well, it's obvious this is a really difficult situation for the guys who have to defend right now. But they can flip the whole script. If they can hold them to a field goal attempt or less, they actually gain the momentum and take it away from the offense after a great return.
How about this for starting field position on your first drive? First and goal.
19 Tiger.
Sanders. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Sanders again. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders taking it in from take the early lead. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Henry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down. Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here we go on 4th, Tannehill. That's Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
A first down carry for Henry. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for the running back to roam.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Tannehill. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it was hard for anyone to react.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, wow.
Receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
What is this?
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 40 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go...
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. In motion left goes Smith. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Seven, our score after 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Smith will come in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
Oh, man, you couldn't. Man, I swear that YouTube messed up sometimes, yo. I cut on the inside of him, yo.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts being chased out left. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump-off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Smith, the man in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end over the middle. Touchdown, Eagles! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert, and the Eagles have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Trenton Cannon on the return from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
No way.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
That nigga's still in my run style. That nigga stole my goddamn run style, man. God damn, dog. That's my bad. I blitzed him all, yeah.
Here in the first half.
I blitzed him
And
all,
partner,
my
you know
bad.
exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy,
My
sir.
bad.
I'll take it.
My bad, man. My bad, man. I called the wrong thing.
Now Bullock to add the extra point.
Wrong thing.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
My bad, man. This boy. Yeah.
Already at the line, this Philly
I don't know why
offense
the way
set to
keep
go.
thinking that fucking
And they'll be
defense
looking
right
to
there
build
is
off of a nice
shit.
drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. In motion, the tight end. Second down, back to Sanders. And down he'll go at the 25. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
In motion, left goes Smith. Another run with Sanders.
Oh, why do that speed bullshit?
Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Got him rocking.
Throwing is Hurts. And this throw incomplete.
This nigga always get to hit my man and the ball come on, man. They don't be playing no good, D. That was good, man.
Beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders.
Oh, boy, he's soft as hell. Come on, Keith. Come on, dog. No, you didn't just let the computer chase me like that, yo. Soft ass. That's why you don't get no respect in this game, man. That's why you don't get no respect. Now, who does that? Who does shit like that? Huh? Who does shit like that? Let me show you something.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
Man, come on, dog. Come on, dog.
And they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
There we go with the bullshit. This shit make no damn sense.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill.
Come on, man. No. No.
And incomplete.
They started this drive.
Come on, man.
Against the wall by the turnover. But I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Henry up the middle. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Tannehill now to throw. Going to runs, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped.
And not only do they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Tannehill. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick, and the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
After the sack on 1st down, Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. Keep it on the ground.
Playtime over, boy. Playtime over.
After a short pickup, they do get a yard there.
Wait time over, boy.
Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
They made that
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Well, I'm over, boy. Over my G. There it is.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because
boy.
Intercepted again. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
From the 22, Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On first down, Hurts. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
To throw again on second down, Hurts. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down.
So he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Steps away. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Avante Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Forced out to his left. Going deep here for Watkins. That's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, 46 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here,
playtime over, boy.
It's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talked about.
And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Hurts. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Touchdown! Grant Calcaterra, 45 yards. And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Now we got to get Jake Stool. We got to get him in the end zone, too. Jake Stool and Kenneth Gainwell got to get in the end zone. 2 more touchdowns.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
165 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, it created a big run. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
Here's Tannehill. This is Jeff Green, the tight end.
Bad motherfucking move, boy.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
We talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, Tannehill. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. This to the outside, it's Sermon. He's up to the 20. Now he's free up the right sideline. And finally taken out of bounds all the way up near midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
45 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
A give running right is Gainwell. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Jazzy, goddamn. Every fucking day you gonna get to screaming and shit?
And they'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Hurts sets up to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jets stole 40 yards. And the Eagles add 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. And the decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spend in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And finding the tight end Hooper. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's only able to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To the air again, Tannehill. And he'll get this.
That was pass interference.
And they'll get this down to the 42.
That's defensive, offensive pass interference.
This is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a contour, you would have heard plenty of sour notes.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Tannehill. Airing it out deep for Woods. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by James Bradbury. Eagles will take over possession here. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
What the fuck is that?
For Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb
That was bullshit.
Are going to take possession of the football.
He ain't under pressure, man.
Something to hang their hat on.
Tired of doing them dirty, yo.
Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Who is this fella?
Right at the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Tannehill's throw into the hands of Hooper. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. A touchdown here on this drive. It wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
working with a 2nd and 3.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 16, Tannehill.
Wow, he just ran all by you, Nicole game. He ran all by you, yo.
Yeah, that touchdown counts for their
He
team.
just ran all by you,
More for
yo.
the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Bullet good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Dang.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish the ball game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
He's not even in a good enough position to get that.
Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to...
And now here's another interception. This defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into?